everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Jared Goff's Rams going up against Rodgers' Packers.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. This is Williams, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. And speaking of Todd Gurley, Charles, you and I had a lengthy discussion in the offseason about his sophomore slump, but he has picked it back up this year, and maybe nothing more indicative of that than that Week 15 performance.
Fantastic. In Seattle. In the game 1 against Seattle in 2017, he ran for 43 total yards. In this one, he ran for 152. Actually caught a pass for a touchdown as well, so he had 4 total touchdowns. He looks the part. And when we're starting to talk about MVPs, his name doesn't get enough mention. It should, because Todd Gurley's having a monster year, over 1,000 yards rushing, 11 games now where he's had over 100 yards from scrimmage. In 2017, you say MVP, you can talk about Tom Brady, Carson Wentz, Russell Wilson. You need to bring Todd Gurley's name into the discussion.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Good move by Gurley. Oh, another great move. Pass the Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 46 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position. As they get it up past the 35. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Shift together here from the D-line. They run it again with Williams. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right at the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Rodgers on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. That goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The tight end in motion right. Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. And he puts it through. Crosby on now to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. To throw on second down is gone. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And his kick here is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. And the Rams getting set to go now. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Now Goff on 1st down. Now he's flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Here's Goff now on second down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Over the end line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 39 that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, it's Gurley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Now a give running left for Gurley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. It's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. The busy night continues for Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Another carry now for Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And they're definitely showing blitz here. A shotgun snap for Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Goff now to throw. And he comes back with 1 complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Right near the 27. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Fresh set of downs here. In motion right is Watkins. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. Down to the 25.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Here's Goff. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. To throw is gone. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that's going to up the lead to 15-10. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They begin the drive with Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, it's Austin. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it's becoming increasingly clear now that the Rams are going to win this football game. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.